Hey everyone, it's me Lisa from Lisa Knits and Vlogs. Well, I'm here to show you what I've made and talk about extra things to do with what I'm going to show you. I've made myself a Christmas stocking using... I made myself a stocking, or I've knitted a stock. I'm starting to do the stockings ready for next year. I'm getting in quick for Christmas and I'm starting early. And what I do is I cast on 30 stitches, I purl the first row, and then on the way back I knit one, I knit two, make a stitch, knit it, and then knit one. I do that all the way across until I have 44 stitches. And then from row 1 to 9, so row 1 I purl, row 2 I knit, row 3 I purl, row 4 I knit, row 5 I purl, row 6 I knit, row 7 I purl, row 8 I knit, row 9 I purl. And then when I get to here, we're on the right side. So I knit 18, knit 4 together, twice, knit 2 together 4 times, and then knit 18. Then I purl back. I knit 16, knit 2 together 4 times, knit 16, purl back. Then I knit 14, knit 2 together 4 times, knit 14 and purl back. Then I knit 12, knit 2 together 4 times, then I knit 12 and then I purl back. And then from here to here I knit 16 rows. And then from here to here I knit 5. When I'm up to the 6th row I cast off. Then I do my little cord and I sew it on. But I do the cord with the crocheting hook, a size 4 crocheting hook. It is the same colour as this plus a bit of white. So I used 2 colours. And I've got a lot more of these to make, and which never take me very, very long to make. Now, the yarn that I used so far, I didn't need to use stitch markers this time because I didn't need it. But this one took me, I did one in a day, but sometimes I get 2 depending on what I do. Now the yarn I used was Rainbow Yarn Multi. It's from So Crafty, which was from Aldi's, but I didn't have it at my Aldi store. It was at someone else's Aldi store in Ireland. It's 100 grams and approximately 175 meters. There's all the instructions where I wash, and there is a pattern on the inside of the ball band, which I've already knit up. And you use a size 6 in the UK, size 8 in the US, and it's a 5mm knitting needle for Australia, or an or US it's an I9 crocheting hook, or 5.5 crocheting hook. And I've done the pattern that's already in it so far, and this is how it's come up. Now, why I'm saying about the Christmas stocking is, well, here in Australia we have a hot summer, and our Christmas day always lands on summer. So our summer starts off the 1st of December and it goes till February 28th. Unless it's a leap year, then it's February 29th. And then the following month we start our autumn. And Christmas time, when I was a kid with my brother, I had an older brother, and when we were kids, at the time when we were kids, we only ever had 3 lots of school terms. So we go back to school in the January. For term 1, we had 2 weeks off after term 1. Term 2, when that finished, we had 2 weeks off. Term 3, which was with the end of our school holidays, which we had 7 weeks at school holidays. So when summer starts, my brother and I, we were always at the local swimming pool, because we had one that was really, really close. Sorry about the camera guy. It was really close. And it was only not even a 5-minute walk. So we used to go in our bathers from the time it opened at 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock at night, but only ever come home when it was lunchtime, and then we'd go back. We didn't have to worry about taking a towel because our summer was, the sun was our towel, so we didn't need one. So we would go swimming every day, unless we had to go with my mum somewhere or my dad somewhere. But 9 times out of 10 we were at our local swimming pool. We used to have to pay to get in to our local swimming pool when we was younger, but when the man that owned the swimming pool, he decided to let us come in for nothing. So it cost us nothing to go swimming at all. Or if we weren't swimming, we were watching the cricket, because that's when our cricket season starts, is in our summer. And then when our summer finishes, they go elsewhere. But we, in our street where we grew up, everybody knew everybody, so you weren't short of friends in the street, you weren't short of neighbours helping out. It was always fun. But for me to have girlfriends, they lived miles away, so it was my brother and his mates. Unless a friend around the corner had her granddaughter, then I had a girl. And if we weren't at the swimming pool during summer, or even sometimes during the other months, but during summer, we were either down one end of the street where it was a vacant paddock and we were able to play a lot of sports, or we had the creek the other end, and we used to take buckets and catch tadpoles, but we threw the tadpoles back in down the creek. Or we would go and catch lizards, and if it wasn't lizards, we were collecting mushrooms. And we used to go and watch the local football. And the UK, I know you guys call soccer football, but we call it soccer. Or we'll go and watch the local football if it was playing. And there was always a circus on around the corner, so we got to go to the circus, which was really, really fun to play. But then, as we all were getting older and moved out, so everyone moved away. But Christmas Day, it always used to be my mum, my dad, and my brother. Roast lamb, roast potatoes, pumpkin, peas, beans, and then when we had that, we used to have a plum pudding. That's what we had every year. Or if we weren't at home, if it wasn't our turn at home to have everybody at our place, it was somebody else's house for a Christmas party. And doing the same thing. Outdoor cricket with the family, backyard cricket as we call it, or, depending on whose house it was at. And then, when summer finishes, we're off to school. But Christmas Day, it can be a really hot one, or on odd occasions we could get hailstones. But mainly our Christmas is sitting around about 30-degree heat. And we open Christmas presents on Christmas Day. And I know some families open theirs on Christmas Eve, but ours was always Christmas Day. Never open them in any other time, but Christmas Day. What else is there? Oh, we used to ride our bikes quite a lot. Travel quite a distance. And we used to go skateboards. We used to do our skateboards, roller skates in the summer, down the hills and up the hills. We had a lot of fun. But now, when it comes to Christmas, it's just me and my girls. We celebrate Christmas our way. We don't do the big meals of that, because it's only us three now. And then we just might say for lunch we might just pack up and go over to McDonald's and have a McDonald's meal, stay there for a couple of hours, then come home, because there's no one else that we can go to. Everybody's doing their own traditions now. And some people, even on the when my brother was alive and we used to go down to his place when my mum was alive, it used to be roast lamb, roast pork, chicken, roast potatoes, roast pumpkin, peas, beans, bread, everything. And you used to get, it used to be a lot of food, and then what was left over for those who stayed on for tea, got to have it at tea time, what was left over. So, and what else can I say? Oh, we also have mince pies, where it's not mince meat, it's just the sultanas and currants and that, done with spices. And some families do pavlovas. My family always done Christmas pudding with custard or brandy custard, depending on what you like. And then you have your soft drink, of course, or soda, as you guys in the US would call it, or, you know, depending on where you are to what alcohol beverage you drank. And that, and Christmas tree was always put up on the 1st of December in our house, and we always took it down on the 31st of December. It was only ever up for the month. It didn't go on any other day, didn't go up early, didn't go up late. It didn't go up early, and it came down early. It went on from the 1st to the 31st. And some people now these days, they just don't take their Christmas lights off. We didn't have Christmas lights, we had Christmas decorations on the tree, and that was it. That's all we had on our tree, was Christmas decorations. But now a lot of people keep their decorations up all year round, and you get to see the nice colourful lights. It'd be interesting to know what tradition everybody does around the world, exactly what they do. You can always say. And then once we've opened up our presents, really when we're on school holidays, we weren't never home. We were always outside, in the front yard, backyard, or at the park, or at the pool. Whereas these days, a lot of the children are home on their electronics, and we didn't have that back then, apart from probably an Atari game, and then that's what we do. And I'm just trying to work out what. We had a couple of milk bars close, and then we would go around if we had money gifted to us for Christmas. If we wanted to, we could go around and buy lollies or candy. And we used to get a big bag full of candy. If we had $1, our bag was like this, full of lollies. And come home with them and eat them. Oh, it was really nice. And now if we want lollies or candy, we've got a big lolly shop to go to. But Christmas is always hot here. Always, always hot. And we used to get really, really good presents, you know. One year I got a pair of roller skates, and my brother got a skateboard. The next time we had bikes, new bikes, and whatnot, and always got new clothes. Christmases back when we were kids was quite awesome. And you know, you weren't sort of short on friends around in the street and that, so yeah. And then now, yeah, Christmas is not like what it used to be, but just hot, very hot. But then that's what we expect here, being a hot Christmas. And that's so, oh well, we enjoy it, so used to it. But when my girls were smaller, we used to have a Christmas tree, but as they've grown, we've never had another one. And put their you know, a lot of presents under the Christmas tree. But now, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I need a new t-shirt. All right, you got it. And then the same with the girls. What do you want? Oh, I need a new nightie. So you get them a new nightie. And instead of wrapping it up, I give it to them there and then. Say, well, that's your Christmas present. And we over the last few years, we've got the chocolate advert calendars. But instead of doing it day by day, we would open them all up and put them in the fridge and eat them that way, instead of waiting for day 1 and then day 2 or day 3. We just eat them all at once. Get them out, put them in the fridge, and eat them like that. Oh, and then we also had on the table at Christmas time, you know, potato chips, or crisps, depending on how you call them, and mixed lollies, everything. You know, you used to be able to have good things, and you can still get good things. But it was quite nice. We really, really liked it. And but the swimming pool was never open on Christmas Day. And like everything, the only stores you found open were service stations if you need anything, or milk bars sometimes would open on Christmas Day for a couple of hours or close. But every shop was closed. And the only hospital you got open was your local hospital, local community hospital. But most doctors closed on Christmas Day. You never got a doctor surgery open. You may get a doctor on call, but half the time it was your own local doctor, but they were closed Christmas Day. And what else is there? Excuse me. But it just seemed, probably for you guys in the US and UK, probably weird knowing that Australia and New Zealand have a hot summer. One day I would hope to have a white Christmas. But the only time we get snow is in winter on the mountains and at the ski resorts. Other than that, we do not get any snow. Occasionally you might want, I think, once about 30 years ago, we got snow in the suburbs, but that was the first. That's the first time for ages before that. But if you know one thing, when you write in the chat, you can always put in the chat if there's any extra questions that you want me to answer about our summers, and I'm happy to answer them. If you need to know more about our summer. And now I'm not overly fussed on our summer. It's just getting the summer's just getting too much now, and it gets more hotter and hotter and hotter. There are some summers that we have had where we've had total fire bans, when it's reached up into the high 40s, which I think works out to 100 Fahrenheit, and then I'll call total fire bans. And we were sort of pretty lucky because we didn't live close to any places where they had the total fire ban, so we were safe in that way. And that, yeah, I'm knitting while I'm chatting away to you guys, which is what I do. And that was, and then when we used to have a local, well, the market's still there. Go up to the market, and you used to be able to get your meat on a Saturday for for half price, or nearly for nothing, because they can't sell it. And it closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It was only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you used to get your good cuts of meat ready for Christmas. And that, and then on Boxing Day, we have a day called Boxing Day, and that's when the test, sorry, excuse me, that's when the test starts here in Melbourne, which is the Boxing Day test. And then a lot of people line up at Myers and that, because Boxing Day has a sale. It's called the Boxing Day sales, and they're all trying to get there to get wrapping paper, cards, everything ready for the following Christmas. And they get it either 30% off, 50% off. They get it really cheap, and they get everything that they need for the following Christmas. And I forgot about our Boxing Day. But now, our Boxing Day still does the same thing. We still have the test on Boxing Day. They still do the Boxing Day sales. But now, our local supermarket, Coles, on Boxing Day, bring out hot cross buns. And hot cross buns, you're supposed to have them at Easter. And Easter isn't till the 18th of April next year for us. So no doubt we'll go in and check out and see if there's any hot cross buns, and we'll have some hot cross buns. Even though Easter's 4 months away, but still nice to have a hot cross bun during Christmas season. And then what I will do is, once Christmas Day's been and gone, I will go into Coles and see what sort of specials they've got for Christmas. You know, what's left over from, you know, like Christmas wrap or Christmas cards or napkins with Christmas on it. Then that way I've got them ready for next year, for wherever we end up, we can take the napkins with us. I don't know, we do some weird things. But that's what we do. And that's what we enjoy doing. We love shopping. And we love shopping for a bargain, especially for Christmas. You know, so, well, I'm going to, I think I've been on here long enough. And I better stop rambling. But if you have any questions, or if there's something else that you would like to know, just put it in the comments, and I will get back to you and answer them straight away. And that, so, and we will catch up with you on another day, another chit chat, and I'll chit chat and do my knitting while I'm talking to you. And already I've got my next project half already started. So I do hope you get the chance to like and comment this video, and if there's any questions that you want to ask, please put them in the description box. Put them in the comments, and I'll get back to you, and I'll answer them the best I can. And if there's anything else you want to know, you just let us know, and I'll, if I don't know it, I will work it out. So I hope you have a good day at night. I'll catch you on the YouTube streets. Bye.